Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Oxygen Not Included. This is episode 16, I believe. And let's just get straight to it. So, when the last elf left off, we were building a new barracks, which we will complete right now. One, two, three, four, perfect. And we'll set up a wall right here. And that should complete that. That'll give Nicola a place to sleep. And yeah, I think I kind of want to work on the critter ranch ultimately, but probably the higher priority is getting these two cool slush geysers, which are really great for us. Getting those all settled. Do we put you on scientist? Sure, let's put you on scientist. Get that skill acquisition up. We also want to set up our mid to late game oxygen coming out of this cool steam vent here. Not sure how I want to approach these cool slush geysers yet. There's germs to worry about to some extent here. Kind of want to deal with those, but I don't think we quite have to. We just want to set up a ceramic base around here. Get this all nice and controlled. It's not as important to keep these things bottled up because cold is a lot easier to deal with than heat. But how are we doing temperature-wise here? 40, 39, 37. Okay. That's fair. And I think we are going to start working on the critter ranches. I think that's the plan. So, the way I like to do things is I set up a ladder right here. Actually, is this enough space? It is not. We need it right here, don't we? Because the plan is that we are going to have a bunch of gas storage units underneath here. And we want to work towards that. So, gas storage unit will go here, and then we'll have the ladder here, and then we will... Yeah, it is enough space. Okay, I wasn't counting this spot right here for some reason. Alright, so we're going to build a ladder system going pretty far down. We're going to deconstruct these because we're going to replace them with granite tile. I guess the tile doesn't particularly matter. Let's just use... What do we care to use? Sedimentary rock is fine. I think we'll just use igneous rock. People aren't really going to be traveling down here very often, if at all. So, the trick to a lot of these is that you need space for the critters, that way they don't feel crowded, but you can do other things with that space. You're not stuck just keeping that open indefinitely. So, we're going to have little 3x18 sections here, or 3x6, total area of 18 sections here. There'll be tile, igneous rock, like this, and then we're just going to repeat. So, that's a little bit too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it was fine. Okay. I cannot count. And then we have a stairway here. Like this. We'll replace these. Yeah, and then we're going to have our storage up in here. I did go one too far. This is a ladder. Alright, ladder. Igneous rock is fine. Another one here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. The spacing does not quite work out with the way that we've set things up, because I didn't go quite far enough out here. That's fine. We can find some other use for the space if need be. Actually, this will still work. We just need to. No, it doesn't quite work, does it? We'll need to set up a little smaller area here, but other than that, it should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just a little bit shy of where we want to be with this ladder that we've constructed. Huh. Well, my inability to count costs us somewhat severely here. I thought I had the right area here, but I did not. All right, so tile, granite, do something like this. Yeah, because we can set things up a little bit differently if we choose. In fact, maybe we want to. All right, yeah, sure. Let's do things a little bit differently. So we can set up these in sort of the traditional fashion with a door here. Pneumatic door, boom. I suppose we want to just set up. This is what I was missing. Sorry. I did actually probably count this out correctly. I just did not do it the correct way. Alright, yes. So, let's see. We have 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. That's 90. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not quite going to get to 96. One, two, three, four. We need just a couple more spaces. Where do we want to put that? We can work that out a little bit later. Let's stop this though, because that's incorrect. And instead, replace this with the igneous rock tile that it should be. Alright, looking good. And I think we'll just leave something like this for the moment. Alright, so the idea of the hatch ranches, I kind of got a little bit off my train of thought there. The idea of the hatch ranches is that we are going to put a lot of air storage effectively in this area. Entombed. Oh no. Jean. There we go. Something like that happens if I'm not paying attention. So, let's go back to our tile. Igneous rock. Sure. That looks fine. And let's up some cooling over here. Furniture, flower pot. Perfect. Okay, so back to the explanation. Actually, as soon as I get this settled, and ladder, more igneous rock, and you know, while we're at it, more igneous rock. All right. Nice. So, the plan is we are going to include a lot of air storage with these. Ooh, I do not have it researched yet, apparently. Or is it put in here? No. Well, in any case, there are air storage units that will let us store a bunch of oxygen in reserve. And we can hook that up to a big sort of pump through your base style ventilation system. No one's done with jobs. Research. Where is my air storage? Have I not completed it yet? That's kind of surprising if I haven't. I've done pretty much everything here. I'd expect it to be in air systems, air management. Oh, HVAC. Here we go. Okay, this is what we need to research. While we're at it, get catalytics as well. We're going to put a lot of air storage here, and that'll be our backup sort of reserve oxygen system for the base. I like having some backup oxygen. Wow, these people are hyped. Oh, because they're all grabbing granite. That's fine. That'll help cool things down a little bit even more. Tile, igneous rock, sure. Awesome. Plant our warts. Uproot. Alright. Now, this area. This is still a high priority area. I'm still not sure what I want to do with it yet. So we're kind of holding off while I get this critter ranch up and running. Alright. So, the idea here is that we're going to have oxygen generation, or oxygen storage in all these areas here. And this is going to allow us to keep a lot of stuff in reserve for the base that normally we wouldn't be able to otherwise. Let's seal up these. And our critter ranching is going to be up here, and all of our critters are going to be up here, which is going to be very convenient. Because then we're not going to have this issue with them wandering or being a far distance away from us. I have some polluted oxygen up here. Sure. For the time being, let's just try and clear that up. Get our cooling. There we go. Alright, so we're slowly making progress here on these areas and getting them cooler. Eventually this will all be the same temperature as the rest of the base. In the meantime, she's a yokel. Put her on courier. In the meantime, Yeah, sorry. I guess let's deconstruct this. Get that guy out of there. So we're going to have our ranching stuff up here. And it means that the distance that one of these critters has to travel in order to get to the grooming station is going to be rather short. That's a big deal because that's really what determines the amount of time you're spending ranching. That's like a huge determinant of it. So getting that down by having everything close is going to be a pretty big deal. For now, we're just, in the meantime, going to set up a bunch of cooling over here and get this stuff chilled. But in the long run, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have our ranching equipment right up on this top level and storage down here. So there is the other question of where do we want to get our extra 2 spots of space? Let's deconstruct all of this. Well, actually, let's just deconstruct the whole thing. And we can see exactly how it's going to work out. We can build our first one. We don't quite have our rancher yet. Yeah, Jean is working on it, but it's going to be a little while. So, igneous rock is fine. Seal that all up. Huh. Alright, well, let's make sure that we don't have these problems. Research, HVAC done, perfect. Alright, so now we can start building out the rest of our stuff here. Base, gas reservoir, make them all out of iron, why not? Iron's fine. Exactly like this. So, if I check on the room size here, we are at 94 tiles. We want this to be just 2 larger, which is a little awkward. It's a question of where we want to add that. We can just take it out of here, ultimately. That's fine. Which I think is what we'll do. So we're going to... because we want it to be 96 on the dot. We'd like it to be 96 on the dot because that is the magic number for the maximum size that you can have your staple be. And also it's divisible by both 12 and 16, which means that it can house both Dreco and hatches in a sort of optimal fashion. We're going to be housing ranches. None of these have diver. Let's get rid of all of them. All right. So we're going to get an extra couple tiles here. Basically by just doing this. Just like so. Another option, honestly, is that you can just have this one thing be like 1 level higher and then have sort of a platform. That's a little bit prettier of a solution than this, but this is fine as well. Alright, so These will store a lot of oxygen for us. Tile, igneous rock is fine again. Tile, igneous rock. And I think this area is actually going to be where we set up a lot of our sort of air filtration type stuff before we pump it out to the base. That sounds like a decent idea. Door, copper ore. Alright, perfect. Yeah. So this is a room right now. It has 96 tiles. Perfect. And this one, as soon as the door gets on, will be 96 tiles as well. We're going to let these wheezeworts run a little bit, get the temperature down. And in the meantime, turn our attention... Let's not sweep that. In the meantime, turn our attention to over here. This we can disable. There's nothing left to pump. How do we want to tackle this? I think one of the first things we want to do is we just want to get more oxygen down here. This is a decent amount, but let's, I think, tap into this. Seems to me like a good idea. So, how do we want to do that? These germs are still something of an issue. Alright, well, we can use this abyssalite up here as sort of a natural barrier for heat. We're going to dig out this. I think we're going to dig out these. Insulated tile, throw down. Ceramic. We're going to cancel this for now, just let this build. Alright. So we're going to get this insulated tile down here. And I think we're just going to have sort of a central pool of water that both of these will drop into. And then we'll be able to do stuff with that water. That sounds like a plan. We'll probably set up some sort of industrial facility right here that'll just pump back into this water here. Problem is that the water is going to be below freezing, and so we do want to heat it up just a little bit. It's a pretty long distance to be ferrying all this ceramic. How are we doing germ-wise? There's some germs here. This is mostly carbon dioxide right now, which is not quite what we wanted. But it's more or less killing the stuff as well. Just not quite as well. It's killing it also, but just not at the same rate. Now we'll dig up this. All right. How are we doing germ-wise? Still looking fine. Don't have any runaway situation. This is a little annoying, but it's not significant enough to impact us at the moment. Alright. How's temperature looking like over here? Well, we're slowly getting it down. It was at 44 and now it's at 38, 36, somewhere around there. Slowly making that progress. Once we cap things off here, that'll help improve the rate at which we're cooling things. Same thing for down here. But yeah, I think right here is where we're going to have just a lot of pumps pumping this stuff in. Sorting out our airs into other things. We could also set up our Dreco ranches near the same location. This does not have water. Interesting. Means this does not have water. Alright. Fine. Plumbing. Pitcher pump. You know what? Let's just dig out this. It's a little easier. We want to clear all the water out of here eventually. That way we can dig all this. Alright. Nice. Alright. Alright. I think this is pretty good progress for the episode. Got basically the outline of our critter ranches going. We're starting to do the insulation for what is ultimately going to be this this large sort of cool slush geyser thing. I think we're all set. So I'm going to cut the episode here, and we'll do more in the next one.